After 60, you start noticing things. Words that used to come easily now slip away. Names you've known for years suddenly vanish. You wake up with blurry vision that takes minutes to clear. By afternoon, reading feels like work, and your eyes burn from just a few minutes on your phone. Most people think this is just aging, something you have to accept. But here's what recent research is showing. Your brain and eyes repair themselves while you sleep, and they need specific nutrients to do it effectively. Without these nutrients, that nightly repair process simply doesn't happen. Today, I'm going to show you 4 simple juices that provide exactly what your brain and eyes need for that overnight restoration. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated recipes, just real foods prepared the right way, taken at strategic times. Stick with me because what we're revealing at number 1 has surprised even researchers who study aging and nutrition for a living. Let me explain what's going on in simple terms. Every night while you sleep, your body runs a maintenance crew. Think of it like a repair team that fixes your brain cells and refreshes your eyes. But here's the problem. This repair team needs specific materials to do their job. Without them, they can't complete the work. Recent research in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found something shocking. Over 92% of adults over 65 are missing at least one key nutrient their body needs for this nighttime repair, not during the day, during sleep. That's when the real rebuilding happens. So, what happens when you're missing these nutrients? Your eyes stay tired. That blurry morning vision? It's because your retina didn't get properly refreshed overnight. Your memory struggles? Your brain cells couldn't complete their repair cycle. Here's the good news. Your body knows exactly how to fix this. You just need to give it the right tools. Now, I'm not talking about expensive supplements or complicated routines. I'm talking about real whole foods that contain exactly what your repair crew needs. But, and this is crucial, it's not just about what you eat. It's about when you eat it. You see, your body absorbs different nutrients at different times of the day. Some work best in the morning when your metabolism is high. Others are absorbed better in the afternoon when your blood flow peaks. And some do their magic at night, right when your brain enters deep repair mode. Miss this timing? You're only getting a fraction of the benefit. Get it right? You're giving your eyes and brain exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. So let me introduce you to 4 specific foods that contain these powerhouse nutrients. Each one targets a different part of the problem. Nutrient source. Number 1, carrots and orange vegetables. Let's start with something you've probably heard about but never fully understood, carrots. Carrots contain something called beta-carotene. Your body takes this and converts it into vitamin A, which is absolutely essential for your eyes. Specifically, it feeds the photoreceptor cells in your retina. These are the cells that let you see in low light and give you clear vision. Without enough vitamin A, these cells start to break down. That's when you get night blindness, blurry vision, and those dry, tired eyes that so many people over 60 experience. But carrots do something else too. They contain 2 compounds with complicated names, lutein and zeaxanthin. These protect your macula, which is the part of your eye responsible for sharp, detailed vision. They don't just prevent damage, they actually help your eyes recover from years of screen time and sun exposure. Now for the brain part. Carrots also have a compound called falcarinol. Studies show it protects your brain cell membranes and reduces inflammation in brain tissue. Here's proof this works. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience had seniors drink 250 milliliters of carrot juice every morning for 8 weeks. The results? A 13% improvement in visual recall tests compared to those who didn't drink it. 13% might not sound huge, but think about it this way. That's the difference between forgetting your neighbor's name and remembering where you put your keys. Now, here's the secret most people miss. Carrot nutrients are fat soluble. That means your body only absorbs them well when you eat them with a little bit of healthy fat. A teaspoon of olive oil, a handful of walnuts, or even a piece of avocado toast makes all the difference. How to use it? Have carrot juice or cooked carrots in the morning with your breakfast. Make sure there's some healthy fat on your plate. Nutrient source. Number 2, beets and nitrate-rich vegetables. Now let's talk about something most people don't connect to brain health, blood flow. Your brain and eyes need oxygen to function and repair themselves. But oxygen doesn't just magically appear, it travels through your blood. And as we age, our blood vessels get a little stiff. They don't expand and contract like they used to. Result? Less oxygen reaches your brain and eyes. That's where beets come in. Beets are loaded with something called dietary nitrates. When you eat beets, your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide. This is a natural molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. Scientists call this vasodilation. When your blood vessels open wider, more oxygen-rich blood flows to your brain and eyes. This is huge, especially for the frontal lobe of your brain, the area that controls attention, decision-making, and short-term memory. A study published in Nitric Oxide Journal in 2020 looked at adults over 60 who drank beet juice daily. After just 4 weeks, they had better blood flow to the brain, faster reaction times, and sharper focus during cognitive tests. For your eyes, nitric oxide protects the tiny blood vessels in your retina. A 2019 study in the Journal of Ocular Pharmacology and Therapeutics found that beet juice helped maintain retinal thickness and reduced damage from aging. Here's what I love about beets. They work fast. Within 30 minutes of drinking beet juice, nitric oxide production starts. That means sharper focus and clearer vision can happen the same day. How to use it. Drink beet juice in the afternoon between 2 and 4 p.m. That's when most people feel their energy drop. 1 glass can restore mental clarity right when you need it most. Nutrient source number 3, blueberries and purple foods. Some foods just protect your cells, but blueberries, they actually help rebuild them. Blueberries are rich in compounds called anthocyanins. These powerful antioxidants do something remarkable. They stimulate neurogenesis. That's a fancy word that means your body creates new brain cells. Let me repeat that. New brain cells, even after 60, 70, or 80. A landmark study in the Journals of Gerontology Series A in 2020 had seniors drink wild blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks. The results were incredible. Significant improvements in memory recall, processing speed, and brain activation visible on MRI scans. Why does this work? Anthocyanins can cross the blood-brain barrier. Once inside, they reduce stress in the hippocampus, the memory center of your brain. They also boost something called BDNF, a protein that helps brain cells survive and grow. For your eyes, anthocyanins protect retinal ganglion cells. These cells transmit visual signals from your eye to your brain. A 2019 study in molecular vision found that regular blueberry intake preserved retinal structure even under oxidative damage. This isn't just theory. One of my patients, Helen, age 74, couldn't read without her words blurring. Her brain felt slow. She started drinking blueberry juice every evening. Within weeks, she was back to her crossword puzzles, sharp and focused again. Blueberries don't fix everything overnight. But when you give your brain and eyes the building blocks they need, they respond. They rebuild, even after years of decline. How to use it? Drink blueberry juice in the evening, about 90 minutes before bed. That's when your brain begins its nightly repair cycle, and these nutrients can go straight to work. Nutrient source number 4, spinach and dark leafy greens. Finally, let's talk about one of the most underrated foods for aging eyes and brains, spinach. Spinach contains the same protective compounds as carrots, lutein and zeaxanthin. But here's the thing, these compounds are actually stored in your macula, the central part of your retina that gives you sharp, detailed vision. As we age, these protective pigments decline. When that happens, your macula becomes vulnerable to UV damage and inflammation. That's the root cause of blurry vision and macular degeneration. But spinach offers more than protection. It supports actual repair. A 2020 study in the journal Nutrients found that higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin from leafy greens led to improved contrast sensitivity and faster visual processing in older adults. In simple terms, you see clearer and process what you see faster. Now for the brain benefits. Spinach is loaded with folate, a B vitamin essential for making neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. These are your brain's mood and motivation chemicals. But more importantly, folate regulates homocysteine, a compound that in high amounts is toxic to brain cells. High homocysteine is strongly linked to cognitive decline. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with low folate levels scored lower on memory tests. When folate was restored through diet, cognitive function improved measurably. Spinach also provides vitamin K, which protects brain cell membranes and helps signals travel faster between neurons. One caution: spinach contains oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption. If you have kidney issues, talk to your doctor before consuming large amounts. How to use it: drink spinach juice or eat leafy greens mid morning or before lunch. Your body absorbs the nutrients best when your stomach isn't too full or too empty. Now that you know the four nutrient powerhouses, let me show you how to put them into a simple daily routine. This is the plan I use with my own patients, and it's designed to work with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. Here's the key: your eyes and brain repair themselves most while you sleep, but they also have peaks of activity during the day. Morning and late afternoon are when they need the most support. Here's your simple daily framework. Start your morning with carrots. Drink carrot juice or eat cooked carrots shortly after waking up. This gives your retina the vitamin A and protective compounds it needs to reset for the day ahead. Remember, pair it with a little healthy fat. Even just your regular breakfast with some eggs, avocado, or nuts works perfectly. In the early afternoon, between 2 and 4 p.m., have beets. This is when your energy naturally drops and circulation slows down. One small glass of beet juice can restore mental sharpness and improve blood flow right when your brain needs it most. In the evening, about 90 minutes before bed, drink blueberry juice. This activates the antioxidant pathways in your brain and protects your retinal nerves while you sleep. It's like giving your repair crew the best tools right before they start their night shift. Spinach fits best earlier in the day, around mid-morning or with lunch. The folate, vitamin K, and protective compounds absorb better when your stomach isn't too full or too empty. Now, here's the truth: you don't need to have all four every single day. That would be overwhelming and expensive. Instead, rotate them. Have two a day, or focus on one for a full week, then switch. What matters isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even small, regular support makes a massive difference over time. Before we finish, I need to tell you something important. These four foods are powerful tools, but they're not magic pills, and they work best when they're part of a bigger picture. Think of your brain and eye health like a garden. These nutrients are like water and fertilizer. Essential, yes, but the garden also needs sunlight, good soil, and protection from weeds. For your brain and eyes, that means other factors matter too: quality sleep, regular movement, staying socially connected, and managing stress. All of these work together. Here's realistic expectations. You probably won't feel different on day one, but stay consistent for a few weeks. That's when most of my patients start noticing changes. Their morning vision clears faster. They remember names better. Reading doesn't feel like work anymore. Some see changes in 2 to 3 weeks. For others, it takes 2 months. Everyone's body is different, and that's okay. The key is giving your body time to rebuild. Now, I also want to say this clearly. If you're experiencing significant vision loss, severe memory problems, or any sudden changes, please see a healthcare provider. These foods support healthy aging, but they're not a substitute for medical care when something serious is happening. And if you're taking medications, especially blood thinners, or have kidney issues, talk to your doctor before making big changes to your diet. Beets affect blood pressure. Spinach contains vitamin K your doctor needs to know. The beautiful thing about this approach is that it's gentle, natural, and sustainable. You're not taking handfuls of pills. You're not following some extreme diet. You're simply giving your body real, whole foods that contain what it needs. Small, consistent changes done over time create remarkable results. That's not a promise. That's just how the body works when you support it properly. If you've watched this far, let me say something directly to you. You're here because some part of you believes, or at least hopes, that things can still get better, that your eyes can see more clearly, that your memory can come back, that even now, your body can still heal. And I'm here to tell you, you're absolutely right. I've spent over 30 years working with older adults, some in their 60s, others in their 80s. Many thought they'd lost too much to recover. Too many forgotten names, too many blurred lines, too many moments of feeling like the world was slipping away from them. But I've watched how the smallest daily choices can turn everything around. A glass of carrot juice in the morning, beet juice in the afternoon to wake up the brain, blueberry juice before bed to help your neurons rest and rebuild, spinach during the day to feed your focus and your eyes. It's not a miracle, but it is momentum, and that's often all your body needs, a little help, given consistently with care. So if today is the day you decide to try, even just one of these foods, even just one small change, then you've already done something powerful. Because here's the truth, your brain and your vision haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for you to give them what they need. And it starts with what you choose to put in your body. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to start. One glass, one day, one choice at a time. The path forward is simpler than you think. And it begins right now, with whatever small step you're ready to take. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I know there are a million other things you could be watching, so the fact that you're still here means something. If this video gave you something useful, some real knowledge, maybe some hope, or just a new idea to try, I would be truly honored if you'd tap that like button. It helps other people who need this information find it too, and please share this with someone you care about. Maybe it's a spouse, a friend, a brother or sister who's been struggling with their vision or memory. Sometimes the smallest bit of information at the right time can change someone's entire path forward. If you want more gentle, science-backed ways to stay sharp and strong after 60, I'd love for you to subscribe. We release new videos every week, always designed for people just like you. Real information, no hype, just practical tools you can actually use. And here's what I really want to know. Have you tried any of these foods before? Which one are you most excited to start with? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and I learned from your experiences just as much as you learned from mine. Maybe you've already been drinking carrot juice and didn't know why it was helping. Maybe beets seemed too intimidating. Maybe you're ready to start tonight with blueberries. Whatever your story is, share it. We're all in this together. Let's keep learning. Let's keep healing. And above all, let's keep believing that our best years don't have to be behind us. They can still be ahead.